Good morning, family. I got a question. Who's keeping The View on air?
We're on the list because we were at a party or a wedding or something that somebody might have been. That's what I found out anyway.
Yeah, no,
I was at Trump's wedding to Marla.
Right.
Can someone buy The View? Can we just buy The View? Someone needs to come in, buy The View, and let's just shut it down.
Do you believe that Trump was responsible for the insurrection on the Capitol?
No, he did not plan it. He did not order it. And I can tell you that.
He encouraged it.
You don't think he incited an insurrection?
He said people go peacefully and make your voices heard. He's on record on video saying these things.
It was a landslide election, and everyone knows it, especially the other side. But you have to go home now. We have to have peace. We have to have law and order. We have to respect our great people in law and order.
I'm telling you the facts.
He was
whether
complimenting them, so that encouraged them.
I know that he requested 10,000 National Guard troops to be there on January 6th. Nancy Pelosi denied that.
The economy is booming.
Yeah.
Inflation is down. The stock market is doing well. People are having an easier time putting bread on the table, etc. He doesn't seem to be getting the credit for that. Only 41% approval. Is it because they think he's old? Because I don't see anything else they can point to with him.
Are y'all ready to watch The View go unhinged? Well, guess what? You reached the right channel. We about to be in for a wild one. When I tell you the amount of hypocrisy, let me stop wasting your time. Let's roll the clip.
We're on this because we were at a party or a wedding or something that somebody might have been. That's what I found out anyway.
Yeah, no,
I was at Trump's wedding to Marla.
Right.
Maybe Epstein was there too. Who knows?
You might as well just get out.
I don't know.
So that means that I'm not guilty, obviously.
What a bunch of fucking bullshit.
But these other ones, how are you going to decide who's really guilty and who's not?
Well, I think
very
it's
tricky.
I think it, no, I think it's very clear because if you look, you know why my name is there.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this.
Because someone was looking for a plane, and that's what people do. They go to all the people who have private planes and say, do you have one?
And you didn't get on the plane.
I didn't get on the plane. I didn't know they were looking for a plane.
Yeah.
Searched you pretty darn good, didn't they?
I had no idea that the plane that I was supposed to be on was no longer available. So I'm named in there like Whoopi Goldberg needs a plane.
But there are a lot of people that are
Marilyn Monroe was on the list.
Yes.
There were plenty of people that were there are plenty of
Elvis
people
also.
named in the list that may have not done anything wrong.
Yeah.
But I think that there are a lot of people that are on their list that are guilty of wrongdoing.
Yes.
And I have no confidence, unfortunately. It gives me no pleasure to say this. But I don't have any
let me
confidence
say
that
it like
Justice
this.
Department's
I
gonna do
think
anything.
that they are going to, hold on, Joy. I think they are going to, they're going to do it like, you know how you eat around an apple till you get to the core?
Yes.
I think that's how they're going to do it. They're
This
going to
Justice
eat all this
Department, I
stuff
don't have
all
confidence.
around here, and then they're going to get, hopefully, then they'll get to the core.
Let's just remember, too, the Iranians literally throw gay people off of buildings. They don't adhere to basic human rights.
Listen, here's the thing.
Let's
not do that, because if we start with that, we have been known in this country to tie gay folks to the car.
Why are you gay?
I'm sorry, but where the Iranian regime is in 2 days,
I'm sorry.
2025, is nothing
They used to
compared to the
just
United
keep
States.
hanging black people. So
It is not even the same. I couldn't step foot during this.
Wait. That's not what you mean to say. It is the same.
No, it's not. The year 2025 in the United States is nothing like if I step foot wearing this outfit in Toronto.
Listen, I'm sorry.
I can't have my hair showing. I can't wear a skirt. I can't have my arms out.
I'm telling you, as a...
I literally said it was up to the Iranian people.
Yes.
It is up to...
I'm an Iranian who lives in Tehran, and I can hear the sound of bombing outside.
Listen to
In case
this.
I'm dead tomorrow, I just want you to remember this. Please, shut the fuck up and don't use me against America or Israel to try and convince them to stop.
You heard it.
We ask for this. We want this attack. And I know that you don't want to listen to us. You don't want to listen, but I'm going to give you the shorter version of why we want this. The reason is we had one option, to go and protest this bloody regime, and we did, and they killed 40,000 of us in 2 days. This is the last option we have. We ask for the help, and help is here.
And that's why I am saying that it is the same. Someone for their difference is not good, whoever does. It's not good. So that's why I said you weren't saying what I heard was not what you meant.
I think it's very different to live in the United States in 2025 than it is to live in Iran.
Not if you're black.
Not for everybody.
Not if you're black.
Guys.
I thought what was so distasteful and disgusting, quite frankly, was the fact that he was holding out pictures generally of black people and of brown people and calling them predators and calling them murderers. You know, to the world, the president of the United States, there is no data that says that those people are and criminals. In fact, if you look at whatever data that we have, 70% of the people that ICE has detained don't have criminal convictions. Don't have any criminal record.
Did we know about those individuals? I couldn't tell. I was watching it live.
You couldn't tell, but I'll tell you, if he defamed somebody, they better sue the president of the United States. Or they better sue somebody.
First off, can we double check this? She's saying that 70% of the people that ICE has taken out have no criminal records. Now, again, this is where they distort everything. Because by being here illegally, you have done something illegal. Thus, that's really not true. But okay, I can see what she's doing. She's playing with words there. But as for these guys who she wants to sue Donald Trump, some of these people that Donald Trump has shown some pictures, like, think how stupid what she's saying is. Donald Trump just grabbed a bunch of photos of random black and brown people and started saying horrible things about them. No.
One thing I just want to say is I do think this was an unforced error by President Biden. It was 20 days before we had Secretary Buttigieg go down, 10 days before he put out a statement acknowledging it. Yeah. This is Trump country. He won by 40 points. He is a president for all Americans. I believe that, but he needs to show that he is. But it was time for him to be.
He placed someone with deep ties to the chemical industry in charge of the EPA's Chemical Safety Office. That's who you voted for in that district. Donald Trump, who reduces all safety. He did. So at the Miss Universe pageant on Sunday, the winner, Sosi Bini Tunzi, I said that right?
I don't know.
That's her name. She's the Miss South Africa. She said, I grew up in a world where a woman who looks like me with my kind of skin and my kind of hair was never considered beautiful. So do her words resonate with you at all?
Oh, those comments, those racist comments, do not help. And if you kick every Latino out of this country, then who is going to be cleaning your toilet, Donald Trump?
Did you just hear that right there? This is why the Democrats keep losing the Latino vote. Now they're seeing it's in their face right now. You see how they think of people? Well, you should see how the left think of everyone. But let's continue.
That's no. In the sense that, you know what I mean? Like, when I'm saying
there's more jobs to be
in LA, they always,
but
they don't.
Latinos are not only.
The Holocaust isn't about race.
No,
it's not about race.
No, it's about a different race.
But it's not about race. It's not about race.
Univision personality, TV personality, Rodner Figueroa, was fired last week for saying, quote, Michelle Obama looks like she's part of the cast of Planet of the Apes.
Not Michelle Obama. Michelle, don't fire me from this right now, but some people look like animals.
Half my family does. Am I right, America?
I look like a bird.
Half my family.
So can I be mad if somebody calls me Toucan Sam? Like, don't be mad.
Yeah, I'd be mad if somebody called you Toucan Sam. Come on.
Okay, I'm quiet now. I'm just saying.
So this accuser says that she is a, quote, hardcore Democrat and that she is not playing politics. But her story is now being used by the Trump campaign. So let's not forget that Trump has been accused by multiple women, over 15, of sexual assault, which he denies, of course. Donald Trump became president.
Yes. You can't stop talking about Donald Trump.
Yeah, you're right.
Let me interrupt you. What does free speech
Biden
have to do with fact-checking?
Because it's imperfect. It's not as simple as the sky is blue, the grass is green. We know the facts on that. Sometimes it comes into opinions or viewpoints. This is still a town square. I tend to be a free speech absolutist as long as it's not harming someone else.
We know the difference between an opinion and a fact. Sure. We went from Walter Cronkite basically to this guy, Joe Rogan, who believes in dragons. I checked it. He believes in dragons? He believes in dragons.
Did you triple source that? As long as it's not harming someone else.
You see, one thing The View likes to do when they don't like you, they do things like this. You see how they try to discredit him and make him look like he's a lunatic by saying he believes in dragons? You should at least play the clip into what he mean exactly. You should have played the clip where he actually said that so we can see what you're saying. You just telling us that? We can't just believe it because you're saying it, but I know that your audience will. I'm glad they got a new host on there. I don't know if that's permanent or not, but I think they got a new host on The View, and the new host is just letting them have it. She's not agreeing with anything they saying. She's letting them know, calling out the hypocrisy. Y'all gotta check it out. I think she was put there strategically so that they can get their views back, because I think people actually stopped watching them. Their ratings probably went down. We'll check that out.
Between an opinion and a fact.
We do it every day. A lot of this can be viewpoints where somebody could say, well, this is my viewpoint on it. And there were moderating things around language you used around certain issues.
I'm going to just reject the fact that we don't know what a fact is.
Really?
I reject it outright.
No
there
one's
is a difference
suggesting that,
between
though.
opinion and fact. And there is, journalists, like people that are, work for the New York Times, they know how to fact check.
They get it right, guys.
Journalism
Every
students are taught. You fact check 3 different sources.
Triple sources.
Journalists have gotten things wrong, though.
So there's
The sources that fit your narrative,
notion
Stop
that, the reason that they're doing this is because, they can't fact check it.
But free speech gives you a right to be wrong. I have a right to post something that's inaccurate. I have a right to say the grass is blue.
Facts are different.
That shouldn't be taken down simply because it's fact, not true.
Disinformation is different. And so I think what you're finding is this company is also getting rid of content restrictions on topics like gender identity and immigration. Calling women, by the way, household objects is now permitted on Facebook.
I love my dishwasher.
Shouldn't be as
Users are now allowed to, for example, refer to women as household objects.
It's an interesting conversation.
Let's take a break because
I need to finish what
there
I'm
has
saying.
to be.
This is about the fact that our many corporations, and especially these oligarchs that own these social media companies, are bowing down to Trump so that they can make money off of the American people.
Okay, we can all have a bit of a conversation here. So this is actually more complex than we're making it, but on the free speech of it, and I actually agreed with Mark Zuckerberg. Of course, there's pressure because Trump's coming into office, but I do think that there's a cultural and societal desire to be able to talk about things openly. And actually, liberals used to be the ones who were super pro-free speech. The famous saying goes, I disagree with what you're saying, but I'll defend to the death your right to say.
Yes,
so
but I will not defend to the death your right to call me.
Here.
Sometimes it happens like this. Be nice. She didn't talk for 20 minutes.
I'm not a geopolitical expert, but in terms of the law, that you're right, Sarah, that is why those Army vets explained, do not follow, you do not have to follow illegal orders. You know why? Because if this is deemed to have been war crimes.
It's not happening, old lady.
Which by all accounts right now, there are 7 sources that said Pete Hegseth did say kill them all, even after there were 2 survivors, which you're supposed to do under international law. You are supposed to take those fighters as war criminals, prisoners of war, and you're supposed to give them refuge, and you're supposed to take care of them.
This is so absurd. This notion, for some reason, this one drives me more crazy than almost anything right now. This thing that we keep hearing, we're hearing it a ton from moron Zamboni in New York City, and now we're hearing it from international law. International law is not a thing. It is like a unicorn, right? We are bound by the laws of the United States. If you are watching this in the United States and you are a legal citizen of the United States, there is no international law that governs your life. The laws of the United States of America govern your life. Donald Trump has every right to defend the United States as he sees fit. Now, it's interesting. She's also admitting, she's calling them international fighters. So she's admitting that these people are doing some pretty terrible things. And again, we can have some debate as to what our SOP, what our standard operating procedure should be in the military in a situation like this. I think you can make that argument and also make the argument that I made earlier, which is that we're sending a signal, like we're going to blow up the boat. Blow it up! And other guys. We're going to do that a couple times because hopefully the signal is sent, and then we don't have to do that again.
Maybe one more.
Democrats and their media friends, comrades, I should say, just defending the indefensible. How about we do a whole segment today on The View about all of the kids who have died of. Let's do a segment the next day after that about where the fentanyl came from. But you don't want to do that, and I wonder why, Sonny Hostin.
For the statistics that 0 illegals released into the U.S. for 10 months straight have not crossed, okay? That nearly 3 million aliens have left the United States, that we have the lowest murder rate in 125 years. down 56% at the border, and daily encounters have gone down 96%. Hang on one second. We need a strong border, especially now with our current global situation. And I believe that you may say you don't want border control and you're against ICE, but I actually don't believe you in your daily lives. How many people in the audience here had to go through security to get here? Raise your hand. Just be honest. Otherwise, you go to jail, I guess, for illegal trespassing, right? This is an authorized audience. They had to go through security to get through the border to get right here to just hear us talk.
Did you hear that?
We need strong borders more than ever right now. We are being infiltrated.
But listen, can I give you a border?
They're not just going to allow anyone to enter in there. She made a perfect point, if you ask me. That was valid. There's no other way around that. They have to show ID. They got to get vetted. They got to go through security. I'm sure they have to pass through scanners. So why is it okay with that? It's only okay for their security, not yours. Remember, they don't care about your security. They live in mansions.
When Renee Good and Alex Peretti were murdered, and death is not a mistake. That was a murder. No, that was a murder. Now let me
As were those killed by illegal immigrants.
Let's not be dismissive about the fact.
I'm not dismissive. I just said all their lives matter.
I look at Donald Trump and I look at Netanyahu and I see two leaders who I think politically they benefit from war. Netanyahu is facing criminal charges for corruption back home. Donald Trump is facing very low numbers and Epstein files that are not, and we will not let go away.
I do think it's threefold. One, we have 47 million Iranian women who now have a hope of freedom. That's a good thing. Okay, we have an disgusting terrorist regime ended, and the people finally have hope to create their own nation again. Okay, so that's the hope. When we zoom out in geopolitical realm, okay, which is not my specialty either, but we have a ton of friends in the military who specialize in this. We see that this is actually avoiding a boots on the ground war with China when we are able to choke their oil supply, and the president and our military are exemplary in doing so right now. They've cut the oil supply from Venezuela, and they've now reduced it and choked the oil supply to China in Iran. And now what that does is presumably prevent China from having an absolute stronghold on the globe. So this is a strategic move geopolitically that we may not fully understand, but I absolutely trust that this is best for our nation, and we should be America first.
Whoopi Goldberg accused President Trump of staying silent after global tragedies. The problem was simple, though. It's not true. After her rant went viral, she was forced to correct the record on air. So let's see how fast left-wing narratives collapse when facts intervene. Y'all like the video? And check this out.
Have you no shame? No shame at all? This is can you get any lower?
Every day talk about Trump.
I don't think so. And what do you have to say about what's happened around the world? Where is our voice as Americans? Somebody's got to speak up for us. Our hearts are breaking through all of this. Through Rob, through what's happened at Bondi Beach, what happened at Brown, and you don't find the time to say, as Americans, we hate what's happening. You ain't my president, man. We'll be right back.
Yeah, he is.
I'm going to make a correction here. As it turns out, yesterday, apparently, you know who put his condolences out to the people who are looking down at us from heaven, and the folks at Brown. My bad. You did say something. Not what I would like to have heard from you, but you did do it, so
wow.
There you go.
Now, do you see for yourself? Do you see what's really happening? Hey, look, I believe everything that's happening right now has to do with trade. The new war is a trade war. They taking over all the ports, all the passageways, and it's just big bank taking little bank. That's how I see it right now. All the religious stuff, you know, that's the catalyst. That's, you know, get people in their feelings, get the faiths involved, and you know, people would go crazy when it comes to religion, but it's a trade war. It's a secret trade war. That's how I see it. That's how I'm calling it. It's a trade / tech / bio war. That's it. That's how you can call it. With that being said, go in the comments, like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel.